I want to share something with you today that a lot of contractors don't realize they can do. And it's completely legal, completely public, and honestly, one of the smartest ways to understand how federal contracting actually works. If you already know a company that's doing the kind of federal work you want to be doing, you don't have to guess how they're winning contracts. You don't have to speculate. You can actually see what they've been awarded, who awarded it to them, how much it was for, and even how much competition they faced. And once you understand that, it changes how you think about pricing, strategy, and where the real opportunities are. Everything I'm about to describe is public information. There's nothing shady about it. The federal government publishes this data by design. The first place you start is sam.gov. When you're on sam.gov, you can search entity records. What you're looking for is the company you want to research. It could be a competitor. It could be a company you admire. It could be a company doing the exact kind of work you want to break into. Once you pull up that company's record, you'll see their identifying information. Specifically, you'll see their unique entity ID and their cage code. That's what matters. That information ties everything together across federal systems. Once you have that identifier, the next step is where things get interesting. You take that identifier and you go over to the Federal Procurement Data System. That database is essentially the historical record of federal contract awards. It's where you can see what contracts have actually been awarded, not solicitations, not opportunities, but real awards. Inside that system, you run an advanced search using the company's identifier. When you do that correctly, it will pull up every federal contract that company has been awarded that's tied to that identifier. Now, this is where contractors usually have an aha moment, because once you click into one of those contracts, you're not just seeing a dollar amount, you're seeing who awarded it, what agency it was, where the work was performed, how many offers were received, and in many cases, how competitive that award actually was. You can see whether a company is winning work in wide open competition or if they're relying heavily on set-asides. You can see if they're winning small jobs or big ones. You can see patterns in agencies, locations, and contract types. And all of that information is incredibly useful. If you're trying to figure out how to price your bids, this helps. If you're trying to figure out which agencies actually award work, this helps. If you're trying to understand whether a space is crowded or lightly competed, this helps. You're no longer guessing. You're looking at real outcomes. I've always believed that one of the fastest ways to learn federal contracting is to study what's already working, not theory, not opinions, actual awarded contracts. If you want to know what kind of work you can realistically win, look at who's winning it now. If you want to know how competitive a space really is, look at how many offers were submitted. If you want to know whether pricing is tight or loose, look at award values across similar contracts. This isn't about copying anyone. It's about understanding the playing field. And once you start doing this, you stop feeling like federal contracting is some black box that only insiders understand. You start seeing patterns. You start seeing where opportunities actually exist. If you're serious about stepping into federal work, this is one of those foundational skills you should have early on. Knowing how to research competitors and understand the contracts that are actually being awarded. And if you want help putting all of this together, not just researching competitors, but finding opportunities, building bids, pricing work, and stepping into the prime role the right way, you can schedule a Zoom with me at gcexperts.com/Zoom. I'll see you in the next one.